What's up? How's everyone doing? Oh no, mute. I'm watching stream on Twitch. Then I got feedback. It's funny how many times I've made that mistake. Christian, hello. What's going on? Guten Nacht. Should be nighttime in Germany. Stony, what's up on Twitch? Mustafa, how's it going? How's everyone doing? And is anyone working on anything fun today? That's always like my beginner question because there's so many fun things to work on. I have one um guten guten Abend for like evening, I guess, around 9 p.m. Yeah. Uh Synchronized watch party. Is that what we're doing? Wait, is that what you're doing? Is a synchronized watch party of what? That sounds fun though. Um so really quickly, I want to introduce an idea of something I'm going to work on in a couple weeks. And what I'm going to do is do a 2-week product challenge. So if you don't know, I am one of the co-hosts of the Compressed FM podcast, which everybody should go and check out. And I don't think we've all fully committed to this, but we have talked about participating in this 2-week challenge. And what the challenge is you take 2 weeks to build and ship a thing, whatever that thing is. And so I spent a little bit of time thinking about what I would build. And I think I've decided I want to build something to help developers prepare for and be more successful in interviews and technical interviews. And I say, oh, Brad's here. So Brad on Twitch is one of those co-hosts that I talked about. And Brad is doing the challenge if the dates line up. So I think Brad, the goal for me at this point is just like March 1st through middle of March, March 14th or whatever. And if that needs to change by a day or something, that's fine. But I wanted to do something to help developers with with interviews, and it's technical interviews, but it's not targeted at whiteboarding interviews specifically. And I think there's so many resources for like how to crack the interview, the developer interview book, and like those sort of things. And it opens up this like much bigger topic of preparing for whiteboarding interviews and what types of questions you might see, etc. So I'm not specifically targeting whiteboarding stuff. But what I am doing is wanting to target overall just developer interviews. And so a lot of that comes down to confidence is one thing, storytelling is another thing. Like, how do you communicate your experience effectively? How do you bring confidence to the table to tell people that? How do you prepare what experience is relevant? How do you talk about transferable skills? That's something that Sean Day did her keynote on and talked about at that conference. So those are the general topics that I want to touch on. And so I'm thinking that this is going to be two things. One is a free cheat sheet slash worksheet of like how do you outline the things that you're going to talk about in your interviews and what things are most important, and like how to just give yourself that cheat sheet of like I need to make sure that I talk about these things when I get into that interview. And these are the things that are going to be super important. Then the next step would be either a small video, whatever I decide, but that would be kind of the paid product. Then I also thought about having a more ongoing kind of workshop series with people that's even more expensive. So there's potentially two tiers of like free workshop or worksheet cheat sheet thing. And then also the paid course or ebook, and then maybe a third tier of like an ongoing like one-on-one slash maybe small group interaction. So I'm curious what people think about that. If you have any thoughts, or if you have feedback on things that you would like help on, or if you just want to share things that you've struggled with in your interviews in the past, that would be super good insights for me to work on or to try to take into account. So Brad, you're doing the Super Bowl Squares thing. You've done this in the past, right? Like, didn't you actually use this thing last year, Brad, for Super Bowl? And then you did, I guess, whoever gets the most amount of squares like wins the prize or whatever. I can't remember what it was. Um, Yeah, let me know about that because I'm curious about you building that and what you're going to use to build it. I essentially made a presentational component that displays squares. Okay. So what sort of technologies would you be using to build that? NZX Tua on YouTube. What's up? How's it going? I'm going to dive into some mapping stuff in a minute. Something that I have worked yesterday on some 3D stuff. I want to try out some 2D stuff today. I've never really worked with maps before, so it'll be interesting. I just like bonk my desk and everything move. Interesting challenge. Should be fun though. If you haven't yet and you're hanging out on YouTube or Twitch, say hi. Let me know where you're coming from. And Brad is talking about using Remix and Postgres Neon and a hand rolled auth. So building auth from scratch. Very cool. Brad, why Neon as a database? So Neon, let's see if I don't actually know the talking points about Neon. I think it's like a lot of other modern databases in terms of advertising like serverless Postgres. Fully managed, generous free tier, it's cheap hosted Postgres. Fair enough. Let's see. Let me Supabase would be the alternative, but it's a bit more expensive. Fair enough. Yeah. You know what's interesting? I wonder how long it would take to the point where you'd actually have to pay on either of those, like either Neon or um Supabase. Supabase super cool though, having everything built into the platform. I like that a lot. Let's see. Hi from London, Alistair. Love the channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alistair, what do you do? Tell me about yourself. In addition to being in London, which my wife will be in London this year, probably twice, and I will probably go with her one of those times. So, what I like to do when I go to major cities is just try to do like an informal coffee meetup thing, just like whoever wants to come and meet up for coffee. So Alistair, if I make it to London, you happen to see it, then maybe we'll get to hang out in person. Launch fast. What's up? Is Rishi from India. Do we have see, I'm sure people can like click on your name to do this, but just in case, I'm gonna put a link to the Launchfast YouTube channel in the chat. I guess for people on Twitch, if you didn't see, so Launchfast is a starter kit boilerplate for Next.js and a few other frameworks, which is pretty cool. So check that out. Brad, I'm trying not to buy into platforms. Yeah, fair enough. And Supabase is like a platform as a whole, so that's fair. So serverless database, generous free tier, separate storage and compute to offer auto scaling, branching, bottomless storage. Man, these things are becoming like Planet Scale. I thought was so innovative with like branching built in, and now this is becoming like just part of how we do databases now, for better or for worse. So, I think is Neon Database the one that Vercel's databases actually use? Like the database, the Postgres option that Vercel offers is actually Neon underneath the hood. I think. Okay. Brad says yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I've seen it's funny, the database space is so saturated. There's so many databases and it's so hard. I would imagine to gain traction because I'm seeing more and more databases with like similar feature sets and like awesome feature sets all the time. I will do like competitive to that, but it is a partner that I'm working with who is sponsoring my time to do some of these streams, some of the building and public stuff, which is Zeta.io. It's a serverless database platform by Postgres, so very similar in that sense. But they've got some really exciting things coming that I have been like, I've gotten some insider information. I'm super excited about the future of Zeta. Yeah, Launchfast is talking about databases launching vector search. So that's actually something Zeta has built in, which is search because they replicate to Elastic Search and leverage that automatically. And then they also have vector embeddings and search built in for that as well. So all the AI stuff that you may want to take advantage of, you can do that with Zeta, which is pretty cool. So just in case, I'll leave Oh, I already put that in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to double link. I didn't realize I already pasted it in. Anyway, so I love Zeta. So if people are curious, check that out as well. But Neon seems like a fun option as well. This is the thing that Brad sent. So Super Bowl squares. I think there's like I forget the way this works actually. Oh, it's something about the quarter and the amount of points or something. And then Brad, you can clarify how this works. Brad said it liked Zeta in the past. He actually did some demos for me in Zeta, which is turned out really well. And want to try something new. Totally fair. Alistair on YouTube. Relatively new front end dev, switching careers. Nice. Congrats. Only managed to survive thanks to your videos. And yes, let's grab coffee when you're here in London. Absolutely. That'd be super fun. Alistair, what's your like tool set or what's your technology stack? What are some of the favorite things that you work with as I like let my desk load up? Also Adejo, welcome. How's it going? Brad says each square is someone's name, and you match the last digits of the score of each quarter to the corresponding squares. Got it. Very cool. Yeah, it's fun. That'll be. I'm excited to see that project. The last thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. The last thing I'll mention is we are kind of completely rebuilding dealsfordevs.com. So what you see now, the information is outdated. It's going to change a whole lot. So don't worry too much about what's there. But what this is going to be is an ongoing platform for listing out deals for courses, tools, hardware, that sort of stuff throughout the year, as well as giveaways. So all the giveaways that I do are going to be run through Deals for Devs. And the first thing we're going to do is actually ship the newsletter sign up so we can start taking names for newsletters and do monthly updates with content and that sort of stuff. So keep an eye out for more of this with Deals for Devs. This is using Zeta, who is a partner that I'm working with, sponsoring my time to do a lot of this stuff. And then also Sentry, another one of those partners. So keep an eye out for some exciting stuff with Deals for Devs. Demir says, anyone else experiencing a dip in the market for front end full stack roles in the last year? I haven't been like actively looking for roles, but that is not a surprise at all. Given the amount of layoffs, the economy, it's really unfortunate. There was more layoffs that happened yesterday. All Zero / Okta was affected by layoffs, which is where I used to work, where my wife works. Her job is fine, but several people were let go who are amazing and friends of both of ours and former colleagues and stuff. So a dip in roles, not surprising at all. That is, I would absolutely expect that. Really unfortunate. And that means, I think, a couple things that one, your network like has become more important than it's ever been. I think also your interviewing skills are super important. And that's why I talked about before early on in the stream that there is um, one of my goals is to build a couple of resources for people doing developer interviews. So that's something that's top of mind for me. I would like to help people in their interview process. In the UK is complete carnage. Yeah, it's so many places. Launchfast said Snapchat layoffs. Yeah, a friend of mine, Tessa, who I just got to meet in person, was affected by that, and that it just really sucked. So, Alistair says using JavaScript, React, Redux, and currently focusing on module federation. I don't even know what module federation is. I'd be curious. Like, I think about federation as a hot topic in like GraphQL. I don't know module federation specifically, or maybe I do and I just don't know the word. Demir said one question: how would you put 30 years of experience into 1 to 2 pages? One, you probably don't need all that experience on your resume. Like, to be honest, I don't care what you did 20 years ago. What you did 20 years ago probably has no impact on what you would do today, right? Like the technologies have changed so much that I just can't imagine that that's super relevant. So if you're going that far back, I think the first question is, do you need to go that far back? The the second point is like, are you making sure that you're being minimal as possible while stressing the most important points with each job? So you don't list everything you've done. You don't list all the blah blah blah. You list the things that are most important and most relevant. And again, I think that goes back to like you probably only need like 10 years of experience. Gooseman says you should put on your resume only what matters to the job you're applying for. Work as a contractor, do 6 to 9 month contracts, only Angular with 7 years. Yeah, like, oh, so you're saying you have like lots of individual 6 month contracts. Yeah, last 10 years, very relevant. Just focus on that. Don't go all the way back. Um, and find numbers, find tangible outcomes for the things you've done. Did you increase speed, runtime, like build times from, or decrease, I guess, from 5 minutes to 2 minutes? Did you enable the team to ship faster, like by some metric? Like find tangible numbers and tie those to the technology stack. Brad says, I hate the tangible number thing. Yeah, I do too. But you know what's you know what I think is the hardest thing is, like, even if you do a good job with that, I think networking is still way more important. Which, for better or for worse, I think having, if you can have a connection at a company where they at least will consider your resume or consider you for an interview, that's more valuable than any other change that you can make, I think. Um, Amelinite, what's up on Twitch? Amelinite is working on some cool stuff for learnbuildteach.com, which is exciting. We should have that out the next couple days. I may, maybe now. I need to probably get caught up. So, um, Goose says increase consumption of tacos by 2x. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what it's about. What else? Most of the time, success failure of the project you're working on is tied to the ability of the project manager slash manager. Yeah, that's fair. New to Astro, can you integrate HTML CSS template to an Astro template? Yeah, so I can show you really quickly. So there's a few different things that we can do here, but I can show you really quickly. Inside of an Astro component, this is mainly just HTML. Like some of these are actual components, but this is just HTML. So you can do HTML, regular CSS inside of, you just do a, oh, that's not it, style tag and write CSS in there. So Astro is great at being able to do that sort of stuff. Demir, you can send, maybe I'll pull it up for a second and do like literally like a 60-second review. If you want to send me resume james.q.quick@gmail.com, I can take a quick look. Brad says, especially in large company, middle management is just a waste of space and they suck the life out of engineers and projects. Fair enough. Oh, Brad, I want to talk to you about, I think you, oh, tomorrow after your conversation with your manager. I want to hear how that goes. Andrew's in product marketing at Auth0, been self-learning web development, and your channel is super helpful. That's so awesome. Andrew, are we connected anywhere else? If not, we totally should be. Yeah, let me, just in case, if anybody's interested, I run the Learn, Build, Teach community, which we, again, I shouted out Emily and I for redoing the homepage. So like the homepage is very boring now. It'll be redone in the next couple of days, which is exciting. But if anybody's interested in joining our community there, please please do so. And Amelinite is like doing amazing work of being responsive, taking feedback, and just building the thing as in such a good way. So I'm super excited to have you involved. So how many people saw what I was working on yesterday? I don't know. There's definitely a few names that are here that were there yesterday, but let's just take a look at that. And oh, actually, I have a technical question that maybe some of you could help answer. So let's come back to that in a second. But let's do this first. So what this is, I mentioned that Sentry is another one of the partners that I'm working with that are basically like sponsoring my time to create, to build in public, to create content, etc., which I am super excited about. And I need to do a thing first for this to work. This is a hack that will not be necessary when we actually like fully finish this thing. But for now, to be able to consume this stream of content from Sentry.io, to get around cores, we're doing this thing where we like grant temporary access to this thing to be able to have access to it. So what happens is, I think this is so cool. We get this stream of incoming data from Sentry.io. Does anyone have a guess at what what this stream of data is. You can't really see anything there yet. If you don't know Sentry, this is you can go and see what Sentry does. Anybody have a guess at what all these dots are? If you weren't here yet, if you were there yesterday, don't answer. If you weren't here, feel free to guess. Yeah, Andrew, if we're like I said, if we're not connected somewhere, um let's get connected somewhere. I'd love to hear more about your journey in web development. So if I scroll down on this page, this will probably give some insights. So what this data is, it's pretty cool. These are all the errors that are happening in Sentry across the world. And it's just a stream of, oh, sorry, I didn't wait long enough. Gooseman said web traffic sent to Sentry. Basically, it's errors that are being sent to Sentry. So these are all the errors by language or platform, I guess, that are coming through Sentry. Yeah, isn't that wild? So we have a running total. So you can see that down here, and then we're keeping track of basically 1,000 dots on the map at a time. So if we take a look, let me give us some space in here. We get this stream from Sentry. On every message, we get latitude, longitude, timestamp. Then we get the platform. So we build up this object and we mark that as, or then create a version of this, which is a data point for globe GL, which is what we're using for the 3D globe. And then we push the data point to an array and just say, like, if we have more than 1,000 of these, we just give ourselves the most recent 1,000, which I was thinking I could change this a little bit to say, like, if we have more than 1,000, we just want to get rid of the first. So as we're adding things on, we want to get rid of the previous one. So we could just unshift. So I guess it would be globe data dot, and it's unshift, right? Not shift. We could do that too, I think. And then we set, we take all the data and we set it to the globe, to the points data of the globe. Now, does anyone have an idea of why this may not be super optimal? Although it like probably would still work. It may not. I don't know. Is there anything wrong with this part, you think, potentially? But I don't know what happened now. Refresh this. Oh no, that didn't work. Nope. That's interesting. So that didn't work at all. Let's go back. What does, if the length is greater than, so unshift. Oh, this doesn't do at all what I thought it would. Maybe it is shift. What gets rid of the first element? Oh, that's hilarious. So it is shift. I was totally wrong. I should have trusted GitHub Copilot. I should have known better than to think I knew better. I should have known better than to think I knew better. Otis says that means Objective-C is either used extremely little or so well built that there are no errors. Yeah, one of the two, I guess. So this seems to work, but we get these like phases of these like where they're stacking on top of each other, which is a little weird. So that doesn't work really perfectly either. Apple being really strict with quality of apps in the App Store, that's definitely part of it too. So that's kind of weird. That didn't work. So the best solution I found is this. We go back. There we go. So that's the best solution that I found. And that seems to be relatively performant. But what's weird is I'm still getting these random like spikes in one location. Oh, what did I just do? Is that not allowing me to? Whoa. Can I not? It's not letting me like zoom in. It like is going all the way into a zoom. That was weird. Okay. So if you notice, we like I always get one random spike and I cannot figure out why that is. And then we actually have moments of like these spikes. It just seems it's so not, I don't know. It's just a little buggy. It's not perfect because we have this spike, and basically what the spike means, if we were to not get rid of previous data points. If you have the same latitude and longitude, they basically just stack on top of each other. So this is showing a bunch of errors in like I don't even know, like Idaho or something. Like I don't know where this is in the US. But I don't know why it's having that one stack thing. So one of the things I wanted to do was just remove duplicates based on latitude and longitude combination. So what I did was I created a data points map, like a map in JavaScript, and I set the key as the latitude and longitude of this incoming point, and then I set the value to that incoming data point. To me, and I would really love for someone to like call me on, is there something obvious that I'm missing here? I don't know why that's not working. So what I would do is if I were using that part, I would, instead of referencing globe data, I would use my data. Oh wait, what did that have? Oh no, wait, go back. I'll write out from, yeah. So data points map dot values, get the map or get the values associated with those keys, and then convert that to an array. And that means we could have infinite number of keys, which is a combination of latitude and longitude of the point, but then only one value associated with each one, if that makes sense. And for some reason that didn't work. Like how need to round? Hmm. I guess I don't know. Are they Yeah, we could do that. So let's just get rid of that completely and let's log the key. Yeah, are those somehow turning into unique things? So let's just log those out. Neil on YouTube, by the way, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. What happened? What also sucks is like, huh. So I wonder, do you think these data points are coming in where they have what would so this is interesting. If the error is coming from the same server, how would they differentiate? Why would those values be different? Oh, also interesting. Some of whoa, that's weird. Oh, they're negative. That's why. Okay. I was like, some of them have two dashes, but some of those coordinates are negative. That's why. Neil, where are you based, by the way? Love to get a feel for where people are from. So, what is causing these to not be unique enough? Did it just like kill the console? What just happened there? I might. Ooh, does anyone know where these logs are coming from? It's kind of cool. Let's log. Get rid of that. Ooh, Georgia. That's close by. Where in Georgia are you? That's close by. Um, so I wonder if we were to take these and round them to 3 digits, for example. This is Console Ninja. Yeah. I like added this extension and um didn't think about it. And then I saw those logs and I was like, where is this coming from? Yeah. Let's see. Off topic questions. Is there a particular CRO tool? What is CRO, PV? Yeah, let me know what CRO means, and then I can try to answer your question. They all look rounded to 4 decimal points. That should work. Just a guess. Yeah, multiple errors from the same location. I believe I see that some entries in the logs were in multiples. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to prevent. And I thought, and maybe someone can just like verify that my logic is right here. If we create a key, which is the combination of the latitude and longitude, and then set the value associated with that key to the incoming data point, and then reference those values inside of the globe, that should get rid of any duplicates. That means we would only have one value associated with the key combination of latitude and longitude. So I'm just confused why that doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I don't know. PV conversion rate optimization. That I don't know. I don't know. Is that like marketing tools? I don't know. For ensuring conversion. Are you sure a data point contains only one error? What do you mean there? So a data point. So a data point should look like this. It will have latitude, longitude, and then you'll set the value associated with that key to this thing. PV, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about conversion rate optimization in Astro, unfortunately. Wish I could help you there. So data point contains only one error. So yeah, like a little off topic, but the errors are saying in the in the US are roughly around I don't know. I'd have to go back to like some of the previous code to get something that's working. So let's duplicate this, comment that out, and set this to globe data. Oops, where did I? Yeah, no extra thing there. So in the US, Kansas is where? In here? Somewhere? I don't know. I've seen spikes in New York City. I've seen it in San Francisco. And then here, look, this one is in what? I is that like Switzerland, maybe? I don't know. But I don't know how it's building up this stack. It always only has one stack in one place, and I don't know how. I don't know how or why. It only has one and it's random. If I were to refresh this, it may or may not actually have that stack in that same spot. It may have it somewhere else, which is super confusing. Like I don't see like a stack now. I think this is such a cool thing though. No, there is a stack. It's like New York City-ish. I can't quite tell what that is. But anyway, it's like super inconsistent, which is frustrating. So I'm kind of stuck on that for right now. One of the things I would like to do though is try out a 2D map. And I had a couple people mention a few different things. Mapbox is one they said they liked. Oh man, that's bright. Big white screen. Oh, that's like really. Oh wow, this documentation looks horrible. Oh, Mapbox box is no longer in our newer mapping tools with this Mapbox GL, which looks a lot better. Client-side JavaScript for building web apps with Mapbox modern mapping technology. You can use to display maps. Okay. Fair. How has anyone used Mapbox here? And the other one, well, Leaflet was the other one I was going to look at that people recommended. So let's see. Goose said precise center of the U.S. is Kansas near Nebraska. Interesting. I did not know that. Approximately, I love the specificity of that. Approximately, and then very specific. And however, when phone location, the state that often shows up. What do you mean? When phone location? You have to clarify that. Heinrich? I like Bing Maps. Fair enough. I've never used any of them, so I'm open to anything. But I figured this is one someone recommended, so I figured I could check this out. And this is also 3D. Okay. So what's an example look like? Or Mapbox is David Kennedy. What's up? So Mapbox is one that you've used, David Kennedy. And what's add a default marker to web map? Like what's the had to cut the sentence, but the phone's geolocation is what they mean. Okay. Oh, and phone location, the state that often shows up as Canvas or Kansas. Okay. Cool. David, have you used it enough to like help guide me through if I just want to show a 2D map of the world and overlay pins on top of it? Would you be able to like do they have just all right, let's start with installation, I guess, is where we start. So we have a quick start. So um and that's gonna be okay. So let's run the install for Mapbox GL with the CSS. Interesting. So we still need to do like a regular CSS import? Okay, whatever. We can do that. So we can put this at the top and here and in the layout and go into the head for the CSS. All right, fair enough. And then we want to import this thing. And I wonder if we should probably like organize this code a little bit more. So let's do this. Let's go into components. Let's create a new component for, I guess this needs to be a svelte one. So we'll do like, I don't know. We'll just say map dot svelte. Yes. And I'll probably just kind of start from here and pass that data in. So we can import this thing. And in Svelte, put everything inside of a script tag. I like to do it with lang equals ts. We can import. Oh, wait. Oh, we should be able to import that way and not have to do it through the layout. Should be able to get rid of that. Okay, so we have the CSS, and then we just do some things. Oh, we need an access token as well. Interesting. I cannot find declaration. I did install this, right? Mapbox GL. We have that. So that should be fine. We need to get an account. So let's do that also. I feel like that like bright white page is blinding every time it comes on. Don't have an account. Sign up. Yes. Sure. We'll try this out. So I am gonna hide this for a minute. So James Quick learn teach LC. Or actually no, I just do James. Same thing for organization name. Do my Gmail account, my username. I use one password to generate a password. How many people are reusing their passwords all over the place? Don't do that. Use a password manager. What do you mean failed to save new item? What? That's funny. I just like comment about like use a password manager and then it fails me. Okay. Create a password. Mapbox. Yes. Thank you. Okay, it worked. I don't know what was going on there. And oh, what you have to put a credit card down? All right, somebody in the chat let me know if it's worth what's the pricing on this? Mapbox pricing. Is it worth putting a credit card down? And what do you get? What do you pay for? There's a bit of a setup I haven't worked with in a few months, worked with on a small project. Fair enough. Um Metered trips. Navigation. Oh, these are all maps. Farsi has an important question. What's up? Okay. If I'm gonna be so frustrated. I hate this. But I need to test this thing out. Um Farsi, are you meaning to post your messages multiple times? If so, please don't. Um can you send me an email It depends on what your question is. I tell you what's interesting. I find when people say they have a very important question, um, it is oftentimes not that important. But you can share the question here, and then if other people have answers, they can give you additional perspective that's not just mine. So if you have the question, feel free to ask here, and then we can go from there. Is it really basic of me that I've come to love Lacroix? By the way, I really like Lacroix. My wife got me into it. All right, I have a verification email. Let me do that, and then I'll get back to the code in a second. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Did that finish? Oh my gosh, what industry? Geez, there's so much I have to do here. What industry am I in? I don't know. Media. Primary goal, interactive map. Yes. Who will integrate? I'll handle the development myself. Web. This is a lot of stuff. Just here to get an access token. Yes, that's it. That's a hilarious that they have that as an option. Uh, sure. Please don't like make me do other things. Okay. Default public token. So these are public tokens? So what's the point of having a token if it's public? Is this a reasonable rant to have? Like if you have a public token that can be stolen through your public code, and especially if it's checked in to source code, what's like I don't get it. Yeah, I guess it's something that runs on the front end, so that's funny. Farsi, I am not interested in your services, unfortunately. But thank you for reaching out. Oh, I got Andrew Akers. I didn't catch your last name. I don't know, Andrew. Are you still here in the stream? I saw your message on LinkedIn, so now I have the connection. Super cool. If you're still listening, which you may or may not be, love to figure out more about what you're doing. Okay, let's see. So, guess I need to go back to. I guess this is a public token, so I can just share this, and it'll be fine. So there's the public token. We create the map. This is the container ID. So I'm assuming we have to have a div in here, which does the work. And then we have style, which is stealing it from the style sheet. Um, Farsi, please don't continue with messages about working together. Then we have Zoom, which is fine. So we have some defaults here. And then I don't know, how do we actually apply this to, let's see, let's go back to installation. Display transpiling. So what do you do? So is that all? Should that work? Like if we just have the div of, so I think in not that one, but layout. Don't save. Inside actually the main page, we have globe. If we call this map, and if we actually just add the map component, guess we should also. Wait, did I not want this to be capitalized? No? Oh, wow. Let's see. Let's delete this file. Let's create a new component, map, svelte, paste that in, and then come back here. And let's do I'm not getting IntelliSense in here. Whatever. So let's import map from that one. And then let's try to run this. Post 4, 3, 2, 1. Back here. Amelinite, what's up? You are. Ooh, no, stop. What? Please don't show that. Go away. Okay, so I'm not sure what would have happened. So this is something in the Mapbox code. I want to make myself a sandwich. Nice. I had a sandwich for lunch, actually. So I'm just trying to see if I can get this map to actually show. I don't know why. I cannot find declaration file. Oh, this is for types. Okay, which is fine. We set our access token. What's interesting, anyone know, do I have to do anything else with this? Or does this automatically create, does that automatically actually create the map like on the page? I feel like I'm missing something because this. Hmm. Cannot read properties of undefined. Well, give me so many ideas to use this lib. Nice. What is this map box? What's going on there? Oh, that's not it. Rats. This is one of my biggest pet peeves in the world. There's no reason that like the getting started installation should have any friction. Like you got a lot of things in here and like the basic stuff just doesn't work. Henrik, where I didn't see the link that you shared. I don't think. Do you have a link to Amlin? I'm trying to get a 2D map to display using Mapbox. Henrik, did you have a yeah, I didn't see the link. So if you have one, feel free to share. So what display a map on a web page? Okay, let's just see. Okay, so they have a div with an ID of map. They set the token. Huh, maybe I can't. Sorry, I'm not seeing links in here. Maybe I can't see it inside of StreamYard? Oh, let me see if I can pull open the actual stream and see the link. Can other people see the link in YouTube chat? It's also taking forever for this thing to new timeout links. Ooh, I can put people in timeout for 10 seconds to 10 hours. NZT says can't see data. Yeah, I can't see that. Yeah, I can't see the link. Maybe so. I don't know how to change that either. So unfortunately, I don't know. But you're saying there's a just better not misbehave chat. I know. Yeah. So this is the exact same thing. Also, I wonder if the code pen is basically this too. But like that's all it should be according to this. So you just create the map, and I guess it goes and does its thing. Somebody else said they don't see links on YouTube too. So, but then how am I having this issue with Mark? Like, I don't even know what that is. I've also wondered. So this has sizing for the map, which I don't know. ID map. So height. Oh, where'd you go? I need to give this width and height. Yeah, that's so I was just giving it that. So yeah, I could do more to clarify this. So I could just add this whole thing in here. Should mark be one of the keys of that object? Yeah, but well, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't know. Let's go back here and well, I can it doesn't matter. I can add a style tag and I can have how did I get that little bit? So body and ID of map. There's the ID of map. And so this has the styling. It looks like it's loading. See, I get blown away with how how if you have a product does the number one thing that your product is supposed to do not work immediately. Like I haven't really worked with maps much, but I'm a good enough developer to where I feel like I shouldn't be struggling with this part. But nothing shows up. Reading mark. What is this map box? And it doesn't even like say that's why I switched to Bing and leaflet. Fair enough. But this feels so this feels so ridiculous. Like they got me to go through this whole onboarding thing. And I can't this may be the code pin, by the way. And I can't do the simplest of things. Open Street Maps is 100% free with leaflet. So what is leaflet versus Open Street Maps? Wait, this one doesn't even show anything. Oh, because I have to add my token. Yeah, thanks. Do I have to there, click that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whatever. That's all the same. So yeah, there's a map. Like this seems I'm so confused. Why does that not work in mine? This is all oh, don't leave there. I almost canceled the stream on accident. Do you think it's something about how Like by the time it actually runs this and imports that JavaScript, that ID of map should already be on the page. So it shouldn't have any like problem finding that. Hmm. Well, should we gosh, that's so frustrating. Let's see. Should we try leaflet? So leaflet is just a JavaScript library. Okay. JavaScript library for interactive maps. Love it. Yeah, try how do you say your name by the way? Is it Henrik? Heinrich? Heinrich? I don't know if there's a better pronunciation. Why is it highlighting the Mapbox GL import? I think it's because it doesn't have TypeScript types. So it's because it doesn't have a declaration file. So it's just saying it doesn't have TypeScript types with it. All right. So tutorials. Both works. Okay. For some reason I want to say Heinrich, but I don't know why. Like Henrik, it's spelled more like Henrik if it's English, but for some reason I hear or like I want to say Heinrich more. I don't know what the K is interesting. Is that like a Norwegian name of some sort? All right, let's do the quick start guide with leaflet. We'll try this one now. I'm a standalone pop-up. Yes, you are. Danish. Oh, cool. Look, it almost is like I know something about names and stuff. Ooh, speaking of Alistair earlier, by the way, um, in London, here is London, one of my favorite cities to visit. My wife and I, let's see, the Ferris wheel is in here somewhere. The London Eye, I think it's near there because, or it's probably up here, Westminster Bridge. So, oh no, wrong way. That is probably the eye, or not. Am I completely off? Because we went and ate at the Waterloo, like near the Waterloo station one night, and had a really good time. And oh, there it is. Yeah, London Eye, and then Westminster Abbey is here. Um, and uh the Parliament Building. What is that called? Whatever it's called. And then the Buckingham Palace is right there, or from it. Yeah, right over here. Yeah. Anyway, there's my tour of London for you that I'm sure nobody cares about. Okay, so you need to. This is interesting. So, is there not a leaflet npm? Is there not an npm package for this? Looks like there is. Cool. Has all the mapping features. So it doesn't really give you. All right, let's just try to install that though. npm a leaflet, and then we'll have to get rid of all this Mapbox stuff, and we'll add that. So we'll update it with leaflet stuff. That's the same thing. And then on the quick start guide, we have the CSS. We have a div with an ID of map, and then we want to set up the map. Let's create a map with center of London. So we just do this. Is that it? So if we have our script playing TypeScript, we need to import L from leaflet. Gonna say it didn't have TypeScript typings. Yeah, which is fine. And let's do this. Worked with leaflet due to its zero price as well. Fair enough. That's a great reason to use leaflet. So is this now? Should that just now go and find the div with an ID of map? Window is not defined. Okay. So we need to run this in an on mount. Does anybody know? Do you know Svelte well enough to know why to run this in on mount? Actually, wait. Oh no! This is totally my fault. I bet you the Mapbox stuff would have worked. Actually, let's go back. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I know Astro so well, and it still bites me in the ass because I forget this every time. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Well, this person has to go. Sorry. Um, gosh, I can't believe I made this mistake. So when you have Svelte components or other UI framework components inside of Astro, you have to tell it uh, when to load that JavaScript. Ammonite, it will be free after stream, like 10 minutes. Probably not. Jess is going to be on her way back with the baby. I need to go help with the baby, but let me know what you need and maybe we can find some time tomorrow or something. Yeah, let me know. So wait, is this still going to be the same error? Because that would be frustrating. It's just taking, huh? Sorry, this is all my fault. It's because I didn't load any JavaScript. So if we can we do this to a zoom of 0? Just talk about the project. I'd love to hear your final feedback. Yeah, let's so maybe not today again because I need to go help out with the baby. But let's set some time up in the next couple days and we can do a quick like 15-minute check-in or something. So this was all my fault. Sorry. Um so this is actually 3D as well? Amelinite, which one? Where are you from? Which one is your country? Okay. All right. So this works. Now we need to see. All right, let's go back to Mapbox. And again, I was talking shit about Mapbox, and it was all my fault, so I apologize. Starts 3D, then you zoom in, and kind of goes 2D. Yeah, cool. Let's go back. Oh, actually, I meant to go to documentation. So JS docs, yes. What I want to see. It's in South America. Let's see. Oh no, don't put me on the spot to remember stuff. You're in South America. Hemos hablado en español antes. Have we talked about this? Eek. I'm not sure. If I answer that, it will be too easy. Oh no. You're not in Argentina, are you? Have we talked? I'm so sorry. I hate forgetting this type of stuff. Nope. Hmm. Where in South America? What was I don't even know like what was showing. Biggest country in South America, Brazil? So if that's the case, then I just spoke Spanish to you and that was useless. Although you probably understand. Yeah. In Portuguese, how would you say have we spoken in Portuguese? Like have we spoken in Portuguese before? It's something similar. Hemos hablado en español would be something similar in Portuguese. Because I can, especially, I can hear some of it and understand, but especially written. Okay, so you can also say the equivalent in Spanish, ya hablamos en español o portugués. So very similar. Yeah. For people on YouTube, I'm having a whole conversation on the Twitch side about Portuguese and Spanish. Yeah. Okay. So Brazil, Portuguese, and I will not forget that this time. I have to like really try to pay attention to things when I hear people say things. Let's see. Where are markers? CSS is required to make markers work. Fair enough. Where pretty much the rest of South America. Yeah, fair enough. API reference. Tell me where markers and controls. Now, what would it look like if I just dump a bunch of these markers on there? Map, add control. Oh, that's kind of gross. Let's see. Marker. Okay, so here's marker. Creates a marker component. New marker, and then you have an object with some stuff. Okay, example. Cool. New. Oh, you just add this to the map. I like that. That's kind of cool. And this has. Okay. So let's try this. Somebody give me a latitude and longitude mark that I can play with. So after we have our map, then we reference the marker by adding to it. Okay. And this ought to show something. I have no idea what that latitude and longitude is, but we go back. I think that was it. Or was it not? Oh, it's Ukraine, I bet, because I think that's what. Yep, it is. Okay. Okay. So there's a marker. So now, what would happen? So now we have a little bit. I wonder if there's more control to reference all of like how do we remove markers? Or add to remove, get element, instance members, add to map, remove, get element. So I would need to keep track of all the ones that we create, I believe. All right. I feel like this is going to be a little dangerous. Oh, wait. If it's 2D map on a 3D surface. Yeah, I think it like said earlier, like it has 3D. And then if you zoom in, you kind of get down to like a 2D looking map. I don't know. So let's just dump this code. This is going to get really interesting. Let's just dump this code into the air consumer. This is a totally different 3D globe. This is a totally different one. So this is new. Jonathan Gaming, what's up? How's it going, Jonathan? Let's see. Oh no, more spam. Okay, that's cool. It's funny how I'm like excited to see someone and then they turn out to be spam. And then I have to delete you. And it makes me sad. Oh well, it happens, I guess. All right, so we import this. Let's get rid of all the globe references. I really need to split all this code out so it's like something that I can actually work with. But that's fine. Get rid of that. And then when we consume the content, let's get a reference to the marker. So we're going to, for each one of these messages, we're going to get a message. we're going to get a marker and we're going to set the longitude and latitude. So which one comes first? Latitude? I don't know. So this is going to come from parsed data lat and parsed data long. And then we can add that thing. Now this may get out of control really fast. Notice I'm only one chatting on Switch. That's okay. Do you know a website to get free templates, Figma templates to practice front end? Uh, Not specifically. Anytime I've wanted something, I've just like searched. A cool place to get inspiration for free is just going to Dribble. You can find some really cool designs there and just build those out yourself. So you could definitely do that. All right. So if I skip all of, I have so much code that I need to get rid of in here. Whatever. Where? Okay. So this may get out of control. Oh, interesting. Invalid latitude must be between. I think it already froze it. So what are interesting. Okay. So it said latitude and longitude must be between -90 and 90, right? Isn't that what it said? But is the data I get back different than that? I need to actually log this out so I can see. Also need to restart this page. You do that? Does anyone know for Mapbox, is there like a 2D mode where I can tell it to just do 2D? Also, can we refresh this page? This is just like completely. Oh man, I can't click on. So these are going, some of these are going beyond. That's interesting. Latitude, value, range. The numbers are in decimal degrees format, a range from for latitude. Oh, I wonder if I was I getting them backwards? Is it supposed to be longitude? So they're different. I didn't know that. Longitude and latitude? I wonder why it's not showing any of these markers. Like I keep exhausting to these tabs. Okay, so that just froze that again. And I assume it's because there's just way too many things, which is totally fair. I wonder, can we customize this marker to not be that big thing? That would be nice. And then also, I wonder, can we just do like a set timeout? Remove that after a second? Would that help keep it in check? Doesn't really appear to. Uh, set timeout marker 1 second marker is remove the right function. Oh, we don't know. What is somewhere on here? We have the documentation. Marker instance members remove. It is right. Interesting. Marker dot remove. Can I get it to like? Huh. I feel like this is killing like all of these pages. Is it going to refresh and actually show me a map? Apparently not. Try again from scratch. Not able to do it. Interesting. Hmm. So that has struggles, and that's with like, hmm, that's with deleting them. But I wonder if just creating the markers, really cool designs without the, yeah, yeah, you don't get Figma files necessarily. So this create the actual, yes, we have the map. Is this also struggling just because of the logging? Huh, this is like, the speed of this is killing me. I may check out Leaflet too. But I might do that next time. So this worked. So do we still have Leaflet page open? Map. Import from Leaflet types. Uh, then let's just not even worry about this for now. I have absolutely butchered this code. What is that up there? Well, this is hmm, all we should have to do. Quick start guide. Include leaflet JavaScript after the CSS. So maybe we need to add the CSS to layout file. Huh. What else do we need? Get the JavaScript, put a div element. Sure, has a defined height, which it should. ID map. Map should have, like, I don't have to specifically say the height property, right? Um, what? Setting up the map. Create a map. Set view URL template. So my map. By default, if we don't pass any options, all mouse and touch interactions are enabled. Note that the set view also returns a map object. Next, we'll add a tile layer. Creating tile layer usually involves setting the URL template for tile images. Okay. I don't know. Just kind of doing stuff here. Do that there. Hmm. Maybe that's what it needed. So can I start at a zoom of like 1? Oh, does it like tile across? That's gross. That's weird. How do you prevent that? Initializing, add to map. We may also need to put this in on mount. So we may, okay, 2. That's weird. I wonder if, can you set a in zoom? That work? No. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why they would continue to let you do that. I also don't know what's wrong there. Here's a map. And then marker. Which page is this on? This is on leaflet. So this is like the exact same API. It looks like. App.add layer is not a function. L.marker. Here's add layer. I'm not calling that. That's weird. Add layer. Okay. Well, more stuff to look at. This is like not making as much progress as quickly as I would like to, which sucks. But maybe we'll get there. We'll see. I will keep working at this. I'm not even sure what did that. Oh, I wasn't doing it. That's why. So there's a marker. I really think those markers need to be a lot simpler. Oh, you can do this. Okay, so full opacity radius, make that a fifth of the size. Okay, and you can change colors pretty easily, which is one of the things we wanted. Okay. All right, here comes the dangerous part. We will see. Okay, I'm gonna stay on a minute just to try this. And one day I'll actually have some legit decent code in here. Go to this one, get rid of that. Let's import L from leaflet. Let's put on mount here where we will initialize our map. Cannot redeclare. I am trying not to. Okay. And then we want to grab a circle and add it to the map. And this is where things are going to start to go wild. So right now, this should. Okay, so it should be listening. And then we can do this. And we can take parsed data long, parsed data lat, and then just like see, it's going to get out of control. I'm sure it will. Those coordinates don't look right. Okay. But can I then do see, this is the tough thing. Is this going to freeze each of these pages every time? They refresh. Kind of doing a thing. Map is still kind of buggy. God, this we just can't get this right. I wonder, are these backwards? All these dots are errors. Yes, these are all errors that are coming from Sentry. Oh, so I had the lat long backwards. So this is closer to a thing. Cazador, I assume. Can you explain what Astro is? Astro is a framework that is primarily made for fast websites. It doesn't ship JavaScript by default to the browser, and has a bunch of other features and stuff with it too, which is pretty cool. Am I cutting out on the stream, by the way? It looks like it may be because this thing is like freezing the browser. I don't know. I've got a lot of work to. I don't. This is so hard to debug when it freezes the page every time. Um, so it's a framework like a lot of other frameworks. It's got a lot of cool use cases and features and stuff that are really nice. This is like freezing my whole browser, but now it's good. Okay, it looked like it looks choppy from what I'm seeing. Anyway, I'm gonna. Yeah, everything on here is being super slow, and I think it's because of these pages being open. Is there like a kill tab? No. I need to kill. That's a lot of errors. Yes, it is. It is. It's not from my project. That's like all the errors that Sentry has total. Didn't mean to do that either. Yeah, my browser window is like shot right now. And I like can't close this tab, which is not good. Not good. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I will probably have a little more work to do on this. So keep an eye out for more of these streams in the future. But for now, I will bid you all adieu. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm gonna go hang out with the family for a little bit. Emily and I will connect about doing a review sometime in the next couple days and get that homepage shipped, and then we can work on some other stuff. But cool, good to see you all. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it, and I will catch you later.